Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your guy Bendu coming at y'all with another video today. And yo, bruh, we are finally here, dog. We are finally here. Daredevil Born Again just dropped. Your boy just watched episode 1 and 2. And let me tell you, son, I was about to curse, bro. I was about to curse. I be cursing on here, but I try not to make it too blatant. We back, son. We back, yo. Marvel, good job. I know. All right. So for those that don't know, the episodes just dropped, so I'm going to be spoiling this joint. This is not a non-spoiler review. This is a spoiler review video. There will be spoilers in this video. So if you have not seen episode 1 and 2, this is going to be a spoiler review of episode 1 and 2. I know I keep repeating myself, but y'all know how some people be, because they'll hop in the comment section like, why didn't you say it was going to be spoiler? I'm telling you right now. I'm giving you 5 seconds. All right, let's get it, yo. Bro, off rip, I'm seeing online like the mixed reactions about the death of Foggy Nelson. I love it. I love it. And the reason why I love it is because honestly, I feel like a lot of these characters have not necessarily run their course in the show, but I like the fact that they're using this important character to Matt to really progress his character forward. You feel me? That's why I kind of like that they restructured the show, because originally we heard they were going to go with this more lighthearted tone, but more so for me, what I didn't like was that essentially it was a start at base 1 with Daredevil, and it's like, I don't want that, man. I want a continuation and progression of this character, because while I'm a fan of obviously I love comic books, I love comics and everything, but they keep these characters in the same like status quo limbo area, like for decades, literally. So it's like I like seeing the TV shows kind of take a different approach where there is progression with these characters. That's why I'm like, yo, cast one actor to play this character and let this actor play the character till the logical conclusion of the character. And I love that. I love seeing the character evolve, us growing with this character, and I feel like we are growing with Matt, bro. Like, we're in a very similar place that we've been at with Matt before, but this feels different. Even when Elektra died, when the priest bull died, I forget what his Father Lampton, I think it was his name, when he died in the original series. All these people that Matt has lost, going all the way back to his father, like all of these people that Matt has lost in his life. Obviously, this one would hit the most, but I feel like this one is really pushing the character in a different direction. Even though it's like similar things, like, oh, he's trying to be good and this, that, and the third, but like legit, this was like, I feel like this is the first time Matt made the choice on his own to leave Daredevil behind, because he realized the things, the destructive qualities within himself, that he was literally using Daredevil as a mechanism to really let those darker, more toxic elements of himself out. That's why he loved Elektra so much, because he could really be Daredevil, and he could be Daredevil with her, where with Karen and with Foggy, he couldn't really be that. He always had, even though we love Karen and Foggy, they want what's best for Matt. What they don't realize is that Matt, the day his father died was the day Daredevil was born. It's a very similar thing with Batman, but I like having for Matt to really have to deal with real world shit. That's why I'm a huge Daredevil fan. That's why I love Daredevil. Is my favorite fictional character of all time. And that's why I love the character so much. But man, just everything from the shot quality, like, bro, look, I love everything Netflix did with the character, but the cinematography in this is amazing. You still have those like dark, I don't know if it was just my TV, but like when he's on the rooftop and he was like booking it towards I think it was Foggy's apartment. Yeah, Foggy's apartment. It's kind of that same Netflix quality where it was like really dark and everything like that. But aside from that, the cinematography in this was amazing. Like the juxtaposition, by the way. So God, like everything about, even the intro. I love the original intro for the original Netflix Daredevil show. That John was tough, but this one is so symbolic, because you see that deconstruction of the marble, like basically everything in Matt's life coming crashing down, but Daredevil has to be born again from those ashes, because Matt will always feel that call and that pull. And it when he feels that he can't avoid it, as we see, he has to, being a hero, you have to sacrifice things. That's the whole archetype of the superhero, of the comic, the superhero, the comic book character, street vigilante, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, man. And then like getting Bullseye too, just seeing him throw the knife, just like Daredevil walking around with like 15 knives going down his torso and shit. I'm like, yo, this jump bet. So the action's there. I think the emotional stakes is there. Like I said, even though a lot of people aren't going to like the concept of Foggy dying off rip, like I said, I love the choice. I even love the choice of keeping Karen alive and moving her to where? San Francisco. I'm going to get to that soon. Yeah, man, like that opening, just kicking off like that was really dope. And then kind of transitioning to Matt's mundane life, but then showing kind of like the mundaneness within Kingpin. It was almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like if you guys have ever seen Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. I think that was the first, that may not have been his first film he directed, but I know he directed that film. Like with Kingpin and Matt, that little scene where you see like first Matt's getting ready for work and he heads out and you see he's living good now, working at the firm and all that, like, but juxtaposing that with Kingpin kind of doing the same mundane type of things. Like it feels like these people, these two characters that have always been forced into being this or that, like people telling them who they should be, they finally chose like not being, I guess who they truly are inside. Like they genuinely chose this for themselves. Like Kingpin, it seems like genuinely chose. Now I didn't see Echo. I gotta watch Echo because I didn't see that, and I realize that now because I feel like watching his character in this show, I feel like I missed some development of the character based off of Echo. So I'm really heavily considering going back and watching. It's not that I didn't want to watch it. It looked good, but I don't know, just with Marvel, like a lot of things I've been skipping, and then I don't watch as much TV as I used to. Getting back into it now. So, but regardless, I think I might go back and watch because, like it seems like he's in a similar trajectory as Matt, but due to different circumstances. Like he had this like existential moment in crisis within himself, and then he chose for himself, what he thinks is a better path, even if it is going against his true nature. Like that was why I love the whole scene when him and Kingpin, as soon as Matt finds out he's running for mayor, he right on Kingpin head, bro, like, yo, what's up with you, dog? Like da da da. Like I like that conversation because it's both of them trying to figure out where each other are at, and it's like, in a sense, it's both of them using each other as an excuse to go back to who they truly want to be. Like Matt, like I said, is there to his core. Ever since that night his father was killed, is Daredevil. Kingpin, same thing. Like Kingpin was birthed when he killed his father. Like that is who they truly are. So seeing them like kind of picking each other's lives apart almost to give each other a reason, to dip back into that is dope. That's why I can't wait to see the catharsis with this, like where this ends, because it's like we've seen this. This will be like the second time now. So the end of season 1, we saw the whole, Matt putting Kingpin in jail, but then, in season 3 circled around King, but then they struck the deal and everything. And now it seems like we're going through this again. It's like, what is the catharsis going to be this time? Is it going to be the death of one of these characters? Is it going to be, I'll get to my prediction on where I think Matt is going to end up by the end of this, but yeah, man, no, man, it seems weird. But also what I'm really interested in now, I feel like in the original show in season 2, I feel like they didn't really I don't know, like they didn't really get into the courtroom drama stuff as much, and I feel like they're doing it now with this the trial of the White Tiger, and I feel like they're going to be exploring the same themes they explored with the trial of the Punisher in season 2, but I hope they show more scenes in the courtroom, because that's what I really wanted more from the Punisher's trial. You know, we had the whole storyline with Elektra, so we were dealing with that, and then with Frank and Karen doing a newspaper thing, and you know, everybody doing, you know, doing different things. So we didn't really get to, I don't know, maybe I might be bugging, but I wish I would have had more scenes of exploring that conversation about vigilantism, because you know, that's basically, you know, one of the big issues why Kingpin is getting into office is because of vigilantism. And again, I'm going to get to that in my predictions at the end of the video, so I'm just going to put that to the side real quick. But yeah, man. And then, you know, seeing, I will say I felt like they kind of blew past the whole mayor stuff real quick, which like I was like, dude, like, look, I just quick sidebar, I'm, you know, I follow politics somewhat, so I saw a lot of the, like, you know, allusions they were making to our, you know, what's going on in our real world. Like they're like, oh, a stand-up comedian is running and this is the system broken and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So clearly, given what's going on in our real world, you like, you know, at this point, like, you're going to see it all over the place, especially in Hollywood with how they speak on it. And for the most part, I think they kind of do a good job. I feel like they're taking it in a slightly different direction. Like, you know, they're like, I feel like a lot of, like, you can explore the political climate, what's going on in our real world, but you can tell it's not like a nuanced, you know, way they're defining it. And me, as somebody who's, you know, like, my political views, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but like, I'm a person, I like seeing both arguments presented fairly and clearly. You know, I think it's just a clear thing that that's not the case that's going on whenever we, you know, get into these, you know, shows where they're trying to like make a statement about our current political situation going on and everything. So I feel like this show is going to do that more justice. And I think that the story of Kingpin and Matt is very much that. Especially, look, they're doing Devil's Reign, okay? That's essentially what they're doing, and it's like, I like it. Well, you know, we'll see where it goes. I hope they don't like wrap that whole storyline up in just this first season, because if the rumors are true, and I'm just going to tease it a little bit here because I'm going to break down the theory, but I want to see how that plays in with Luke Cage possibly and Jessica Jones and so that's why I'm like hoping they do the Devil's Reign storyline, but don't just wrap it up now, and especially with Thunderbolts too. So like I said, I'm going to get into that, but like the whole, like, seeing Wilson Fisk more so you could tell he's really trying to embrace being the mayor, even when he's doing some of the shit that he used to do back in the day when he like he blackmailed the bull who had the family on the side and shit in Philly. By the way, don't be shitting on cheesesteaks, Wilson Fisk. Just, you go get a bullshit cheesesteak from King of Prussia, my nigga. Go downtown, go to fucking Max's, bro. Get you a Max's cheesesteak. I thought this nigga was about to be like, oh yeah, this is why I don't eat cheesesteaks. This is why I eat chopped cheese. It's like, yeah, I thought, bro, I would have had to turn the show off, bro. I would have had to, as a Philly native, I would have had to turn the show off. Like, yo, don't disrespect us like that, bro. We don't go around disrespecting other cities' cuisines and shit like that. Don't come on here shitting on cheesesteaks, bro. But regardless, you could tell Kingpin, he kind of is incorporating some of his old ways, but in a way where he's not, you know, I think he's genuine. I don't know. That's why I want to watch Echo to kind of get a sense, because like I said, I didn't watch that show, so. Because it does feel like he's genuine, but it feels like, I think it's going to be something with Vanessa. Either she gets killed, something's going to happen with Vanessa that sets him off and back into that path and being this corrupt mayor. Or with my theory, again, I'm going to get into all this at the end, I think maybe Vanessa might be doing some things behind his back, and it's going to force Matt to view him in a certain way, which is going to make him have to be the person that he doesn't want to be anymore. So it's going to be fascinating. It's going to be really fascinating. I hope they kind of do it in a way, like I said, where it's like, it's not just black and white. So, but only thing I'm iffy about, I like this new relationship with Shorty. This kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels like a lot of the subplots like the Netflix shows would do with these characters. And it's like, they would just have it there almost as like filler, because on Netflix they had like 13 episodes, so they're like, oh, we got to fill these episodes up, so let's add in these, like, you know, side plots. Like, because do I really need a Matt love interest again? I don't think I did, but Matt is kind of a fuckboy, so I get it. You know, you feel me? You gotta have, like, if Karen not there, Elektra's going, well, you know, fingers crossed they bring Elodie Young back as Elektra, because I would love to see her in this like new playground they're building and shit like that. So, but yeah, I like that is kind of iffy to me. I like how they're like, you know, tying her in with Kingpin, because she, you know, you find out in episode, I think it was episode 2, that she's the marriage counselor for Kingpin and Vanessa. So that's going to be interesting. There was like a little weirdo white boy too that was at the her book signing, and he wanted to be her patient. So I'm curious on where they're going with that. Like what's up with that? I wonder if that was Muse, because we know Muse is coming. I think that's who we saw painting the Kingpin picture, obviously, but I wonder if that was him in line, or maybe that was Matt's sidekick. I don't know. We gotta see. So Matt in the comics, the Charles Soule run, I think that one was called Back in Black or something like that. He had a sidekick called Blind Spot. So, but I think that character has a different background. So who knows? But yeah, I like the older cop dude. Because I feel like he's going to be kind of like a Mahomie replacement. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, where's Mahomie at? Mahomie was the detective bull that Matt was working with in Hell's Kitchen. But because Matt is more broader New York, like he's not just sticking to Hell's Kitchen, he's more so everywhere kind of now, because Kingpin is the mayor of New York, so his scope is kind of like everywhere. So it's like maybe we might see Mahomie later. I hope so, because like Mahomie's my nigga, and I want to see him shed a little thug tear for Foggy. Him and Foggy was frenemies, bro. They was like, I wouldn't even say they was frenemies. They was like bulls. Like you could tell Foggy got on this nigga nerves, but he was like, yo, Foggy got to wear a count. I fuck with Foggy. That's what it seemed like their relationship was. I definitely want to see his reaction to Foggy's death. But yeah, bro, like this, I love this start. I did see people critiquing the pacing. The pacing was a little slower, even slower than usual with how Netflix was. So I can accept that criticism. The pacing could have been a little faster, but for me, everything from the cinematography is shot very well. You know, like it has that Marvel feel, but it almost, I don't know, like, because the cinematography is really good. The imagery is good. Like seeing Kingpin standing on top of that building with the lights going juxtaposed to Matt being kind of like walking in the streets and descending back into his, you know, Daredevil persona with the red lights flashing on his face, and half his face is Matt, the other half is like the red to represent Daredevil. And then it seems like Kingpin is trying to ascend to better, but I think the city's going to drag him back down. And honestly, I think his wife is. So that's going to be interesting to see. But man, like I said, these first 2 episodes kicked off with a bang. You know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna do a theory. I'm gonna do a separate theory video, because I got a lot to say. I'm gonna hit y'all with a second theory video. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out my thoughts on the review there. That was my review of episode 1 and 2 of Daredevil. We're gonna do a separate theory video. So yeah, man, like I said, I love both the episodes so far. I can't wait. I think next week's episode, I think we should be getting an episode next week. Can't wait for that jaunt. But what matters most is, what did you guys think? Hop in the comment section down below. Let me know if you think I'm bugging for praising it so much. Let me know if you agree with me, or if you kind of in between. Just let me know where you at, bro. And yeah, that'll be all. Like, subscribe, and share. Emphasis on all that. We got new extendo clip coming. We got new other video, bro. I'm working, though. I know. We gonna have, we cooking. We go. Filmmatic extendo clip over here cooking, bro. So just stay locked with us, and thanks for tuning in. Peace. Be easy.